Welcome back to the BroadBoys podcast. I'm Cade. This is Micah. Talking about games. Yep, that's what we're doing. Welcome back to the show. We're going to be talking about a lot of things today. Going to be talking about Roblox. One of the main things today. We are going to be talking about indie games that are now starting to hit after moving their release date after Silk Song came out. And I think there's a good reason why, because they are really good. And if they came out a couple weeks ago, it would have been overshadowed instantly. But we'll get to that. And then, we're gonna be pretty negative, to be honest today. So I think we're gonna lighten the mood, talk about games that we're excited for, or there's too many games. It's hard to play all the things that are coming out right now, and that's always been the case. Mm-hmm. But we feel that a lot here in 2025. Now, Micah, what is your experience with Roblox?
I played as a child.
Okay, define child for me.
I don't know, like middle school to early high school.
That's awesome. Yeah, what'd you play?
There was this shooter that was like a COD knockoff.
Okay,
that was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then there was this horror game where you ran through a bunch of hallways. That one was later high school.
Okay,
I guess that was fairly recent.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, so I have not played any modern Roblox at all. I'm pretty in the dark about this. I had to do some research going in. Apparently, they don't even have the oof sound anymore.
Bro, the game looks... I was just before talking about this, right? Oh, there are so many things. It looks great. What the heck? What is Roblox?
Looks great. But, I mean, I guess I don't know. I didn't really look too much. What do you mean it looks great?
Well, for the Roblox I remember to now.
Yeah, I guess, you got to think.
Big upgrades.
I played maybe for 2 hours total in my whole life, and it was when I was in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I was playing like Pokemon games.
I did more
stuff.
than that.
Yeah, so you're the pro here.
I'm pro at the table. Of the two of us. Yeah, I'm a Roblox pro.
He's the Roblox pro, right? Mm-hmm. So it's changed a lot.
It has.
And so, you could say that's good for them. And,
they make a lot of money.
I've always thought of Roblox as the babysitter. Yeah. I would say.
Yeah.
If the kids are on Roblox,
it's okay.
They're not on the games I play.
Yeah.
And with how, to be a little generationalist here, I'm not too confident in Gen Alpha, at the moment. So if they can stay over there in the Roblox parties, that I've been happy. Mm-hmm. But the more I learned about Roblox, the more I don't like it actively versus passively. Passive aggressive turns into aggression.
Yeah, we've talked about how some video game companies have exploited children. We can talk about Epic and their lawsuits. Mm-hmm. And, in my mind, always, Roblox was like the spiritual children's game successor to like Club Penguin, right?
Sure.
That might be a weird jump, but that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about user-generated content.
Yeah.
User-generated content.
Yeah.
So, that's always the thing. That's what it's always been about, is people making their own games and then putting a platform on there.
It was like kids playing with other kids.
Yeah, for the most part.
For the most part.
Playing in the sandcastle, building stuff together, showing it off.
The problem
One of the problems
is they've got adults playing in the sandcastle with these kids.
Yeah, and they're not the teachers.
Yeah, and they're not the teachers.
No.
They're the weird guy wearing like a Speedo and nothing else who is, for some reason, playing with the kids at the beach.
Well, I was thinking, sure, Speedo, but, he's got the little hat with the propeller on and a big old lollipop, too.
Yeah. That is what is happening.
Yeah, so...
and it's a big deal.
It's interesting. We're talking a lot about, how, this was after our recording last time about protecting the kids.
Yeah.
And what does that actually mean? Mm-hmm. But I think when you look at Roblox, there is some sense of like, maybe there does need to be a little bit of protecting going on here.
So for those of you online who couldn't possibly know this already, it's pretty big. I guess if you're in the right circles. Mm-hmm. But there was the largest Roblox YouTuber on YouTube. His name is Schlep. And he had this series where he would find these whirly hat adults. I don't know that we can say the name without being flagged.
Maybe, diddlers.
Yeah, diddlers. And he would expose them, often with the police, even finding them in real life, those sorts of things.
Oh, he would set them up
sometimes,
to get them to meet. Yep. Okay.
The full Chris Hansen dealio.
Which I believe Chris Hansen is actually getting involved now.
Yes, he is. They are making a Netflix documentary about it. The big drama comes with Roblox actually banning Schlepp's account. Yeah, first red flag. The guy who's, calling out diddlers, getting them arrested and such. Yeah, that guy. And they're like, yeah, this isn't great for our users' privacy. He's violating our user privacy agreements. And it's like,
There's, I think,
I think the problem here is that his first recourse was always to report these people. And guess what? They were not getting banned.
well, why would they? They're just playing Roblox.
Oh, yeah, just playing Roblox, and saying, hey, little boy, you should come meet me at the beach or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I laugh, but I guess that's what was happening.
It is what was happening. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, did they give a reason? I mean, they said privacy, but they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they said they're doubling down right now on reinforcement of protection for children, right? So what they're going to do is for any quote-unquote mature user content, they are going to require people to provide their IDs to do it. The problem is most children aren't being picked up in the knockoff COD lobbies.
Yeah.
They're getting picked up in whatever that dress-up game is that people
Dress
play.
to Impress.
Yeah, Dress to Impress.
I heard about
right?
that one from my
People
wife.
are getting picked up there,
Boom.
and it's like, these aren't 18-plus games. This isn't going to do anything. My personal conspiracy is that this is their way of just collecting user data to sell it to third parties.
What's Roblox?
Yeah, Roblox.
But they don't even care about money.
No, not at all. Not at all. The whole I remember a lawsuit, it must have been 4 or 5 years ago now, where they were sued because they were using too much fan content without giving monetary compensation to the creators. So they were essentially...
Yeah, but say that again for me.
So,
I'm confused.
So they have a creator program, right?
Yes.
Where you can create a game.
Yes.
And for everyone who plays that game, you get paid a little bit, right?
Okay.
Same as YouTube and everything else, right? And they got a lawsuit because essentially Roblox doesn't make their own game modes. And so they got a lawsuit for exploiting child labor because they hadn't made their own game modes. The game was only growing. The company grew by millions. And yet they were literally paying the equivalent of pennies per hour of work that these kids were putting in.
Wait.
Yeah. And so they got taken into essentially for child labor abuse.
I've never thought of framing it that way. That Roblox has the whipping the kids as they're in the Roblox mines, bro.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
and they lost, and they had to actually make their partnership agreements a little better. It's still not great. Children are obviously making content that is making them money, but
yeah, I mean, where I get confused is how something like Robux can even exist on a platform like that.
100%.
It's targeted towards children.
Yes,
you could say general audiences, whatever. But I think they know it's targeted towards children.
I'm shocked they haven't gotten hit with the same thing that V-Bucks got hit with.
Yeah, I mean, it's the amount of dark patterns and one clicks that they use is probably
the children are making their own dark patterns to make more money.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you're teaching kids to do these bad business
and they're
practices.
encouraging it because Roblox is happy to make more money off of every microtransaction.
Yeah, they're not incentivized to protect or help or do anything.
No, yeah, they do not care about children because dumb children are the reason they make money.
Yeah, and when I was looking into it, I found many cases where small, you could say, pennies for Roblox at least get drawn out by 4 or 5 years. They draw out the litigations and stuff for everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So it's just wild to me. It's
well, they do it to protect themselves because
yeah.
because if they do it for every case, no matter how stupid, right? It's not unusual that they're dragging out one of these bigger cases.
Sure. I mean, even the copyright stuff, the litigations and stuff should get drawn out and crazy.
Yeah, well, it's tough, right? Because they always go, well, it's fair use, right? Because somebody duplicated it, all that stuff. The problem is they make a ton of money off of people playing it.
Yeah. And it's they had a knockoff version of the game Peak, which we were praising last episode, right?
Called Cliff. Yeah.
So in Cliff is basically just Peak
Oh,
1-to-1.
I wouldn't say it's basically. It just is.
It's just Peak 1-to-1, except they
With
gotta pay $6
microtransactions
to get revived.
Yeah.
Which, like, what?
Yeah. Which Peak being, I bought it for $8, right? It's wild that there are microtransactions, essentially the cost of the game.
Yeah. And it's targeted towards like children who don't know any better or don't even know the value of a currency with a lot of them and how young they are.
Well, in the US, it doesn't even show you how much money a Roblox buck is worth.
Okay.
So the EU, they're required to show you how much, like, in money the value is. In the US, it doesn't. It's just like, it's 1,200 Roblox.
It's just Robux.
It's Robux, 1,200 Robux. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, it's fake Monopoly money to the kids.
Yeah.
But then it's an actual credit card charge to the parents.
Yep.
So I know there's been a lot of things surrounding Roblox, but don't think there's been any like crazy lasting impact.
Yeah.
You know, if they've kept going, Robux are still a thing, stuff like that. So, you know,
we have a special guest.
Everyone, this is Maisie, my dog, who's saying hi.
What's the dog doing?
She's very friendly this episode. But
I know. Usually she's just upstairs.
yeah, first camera appearance by Maisie. Good for her. So, you know, say hi while you can, I guess. But yeah, so I want to protect Maisie from Roblox.
I know.
Right?
I wouldn't put Maisie on Roblox.
No, I wouldn't. You know, I think
she might get snatched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. for our audio listeners, she was really friendly. She's trying to get on the table with that one. But yeah, so there, you know, last episode we were talking about Nintendo creating these patents for, you know, copyright infringement, protecting their own IP. So that's on one side of the scale, right?
Yeah.
But then we go to the complete opposite side this week, and we're talking about Roblox. And when I look at Peak versus Cliff, like I see Cliff, which is the Roblox version, where, you know, these kids, you know, you die in Peak. Peak is like pretty hard for, especially for kids, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, they're probably gonna end up one tapping to buy Revive.
Yep.
And then, you know, there go all their Robux, and they can't buy the next thing that they want, you know, or they'll have to wait till their next birthday to get more. So, you know, it's like I see that, and I'm like, well, I don't know if that should exist with the microtransactions. I think you can make copies, like user-generated content. I think you can make copies of whatever.
Well, absolutely. It's like all the like knockoffs of like the Squid Game and stuff. Like, yeah, it's a knockoff video game based on the TV show. Is it kind of infringing? Yeah, but it's not inherently problematic.
Yeah.
The microtransaction is so egregious, right? And the problem is I read a quick tweet that the creator of Peak put out, and essentially he's like, we don't have the money to fight this. I would rather you pirate our game than give Roblox money here.
Yeah. So where does your opinion lie, I guess, in between those two extremes, right?
Well, I think the trouble is it's two different sides, right? While everyone thinks this is a problem, it's going to be too expensive for an indie dev to challenge it, right? And we've seen this before with large game companies stealing people's game ideas. Goodness, there was one fairly recently where one of the it was an EA game of course it was an EA game, but they had stolen an indie creator's music. It was an indie music artist, and they stole his music for one of the missions. And the guy sued them, and they made their own paper trail, EA did, that showed that they actually had someone coincidentally at the exact same time writing the exact same music.
Okay.
And so the guy got shunted out of his own song.
Yeah.
And they didn't take it down. The game was kind of a flop anyway, and so it didn't cause too much of an uproar, but it's still crazy that it happened.
I mean, it's one success away from being like, oh, like that guy should be paid his dues, you know? Not that, you know. So yeah, it's weird. I don't know really where I fall on it.
I mean, I think it's bad both ways, right? I think that well, the trouble with Nintendo, I don't care if Nintendo
funny thing.
Oh yeah.
The only gaming company to have actually like get Roblox to take stuff down was Nintendo.
I believe it.
With Pokemon content. Now, it keeps bringing back up, but back, you know, in early 2010s.
Yeah.
You know, they really cracked down on Roblox and
Well,
stuff.
the trouble is, it's just like you take one down, 10 more take its place.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and it has to be Roblox that moderates it, but they're not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, why do you think? Well, I mean, I'm sure we have an idea, but why do you think they don't moderate very well?
Oh, well, they could have a really small team. You know, it could just be that they're always moderating and just don't catch everything. Or they're just really greedy.
What? What do you mean? That makes no sense.
No, not
They're all
at
about
all.
protecting the kids.
Yeah, the children. It's for the children. Yeah, I guess where I fall on like this copyright side of things is I think copyright's important. I think it's necessary, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same thing where for gaming, it's just too broad what you're allowed to copyright.
Yeah, you know, I think there's, you know, the gaming mechanic copyright that Nintendo's doing is, you know, obviously insane. The character stuff, you know, honestly, I would say we need a revision, but if we made a revision in these current times, it would not get better.
No,
you
it
know?
would not. I think character side of things, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
Like you have it's no different than drawing art, right? So I completely agree. But game mechanics, that's like trying to copyright music. It should be like trying to copyright music.
Yeah.
And so it shouldn't be as easy as it is, right? Like a mechanic that's worth copywriting is in Shadow of War 2.
The Nemesis system.
The Nemesis system.
Yeah.
Like that is completely worth copywriting. That's when Warner Bros. Made a full system where any random like war chief that you fought, if you kept killing him, he could still rise up in ranks and he would remember you when he kills you. Sorry, it's when he kills you, not when you kill him.
Okay. I was wondering, like, man, he's doing a lot from the grave.
Every time he kills you, he remembers you coming, and you can become like enemies and rivals. And he can also fight his way up to the top and become stronger himself. So it's an in-game like rival system, nemesis system, where you can have a persistent enemy who's growing in strength with you.
Cool. How many times have they used that since?
Once
Oh.
in the game.
Oh.
That was it. They've never used it since. They made one of the coolest rival systems in any game and then decided to shelf it.
Okay. Clearly it wasn't cool enough.
No idea. They made so much money with the game. I don't know why Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Well,
is
why
failing.
why just that system? You know, it seems a little weird to just do that. Maybe the developers were like, "Oh, we struck gold. You know, we need to get this," and then it was just management. It was like, "Oh, it didn't get played out down the line."
Well, I don't understand why they don't license it. Like that's what you do with copyrights and that's what I think the right thing to do with game mechanics is. Like make something totally unique, right? That if someone duplicated it, it'd be very obvious that they're copying you.
Yeah.
Just create a patent and then license out the ability to use it, right? Like it shouldn't be too hard. It's no different than sampling music.
So, do you think that's what should be done then with games?
Absolutely. I think gaming should be same level as music and copyright, right? It should be very difficult to get a patent on a game mechanic, but if you do, you should have the right then to license it out and everything else. That's how you make money, how you make royalties and residuals, right?
Yeah, but do you think you should be, because the people will just make the patents and then not license it out and then hold on to it for themselves?
Well, that's on them. The same thing with music, though, is people are making music and patenting it, and then right. I mean, you have to release something. That's how music's protected as well. Is if you just patent a song and then never release the song, they're not going to let you sue a guy who did write a song and release it. You know?
Yeah. Interesting.
So,
what should the time limit be? Because I know for character copyright, it's 100 years.
I think that's a bit much. I think it should really just be...
I think 30, 40.
Well...
40.
40. Well, I think 40 after the lifetime of the author.
Sure. After the lifetime of the author.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, right now it's life of the author plus still, which essentially allows you to have an estate, but it doesn't allow you to have, like, you should still get royalties for the sales of your stuff, but other people should be able to use it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of info for me. You know, I've been trying to take a crack at it and really dive into like why. I mean,
yeah, I think it's just important that all patent law protects creation, but doesn't allow it to be weaponized.
Mm-hmm.
Which right now, video game patent law is allowing it to be weaponized, but only for the people with money.
Yeah. And it's something like, this is the early stages, you know, we're seeing like the very beginning of it versus, you know, if we let this get away, let's say, you know, and then 10 years down the line, you know, an indie dev can't make half of the ideas they want to because it falls under different patents and stuff like
absolutely.
that. And they can't license out anything. And
it's
stuff.
like how the guy who made Drug Dealer Simulator sued Schedule 1.
Yeah.
Because you were selling drugs. Not because the game mechanics were identical.
Yeah. But it's like, oh, this was my idea.
This was my
selling
concept.
drugs.
Yeah. You're not allowed to sell drugs.
That's my thing. Speaking of which, I just played Schedule 1 for the first time.
I saw that.
Last night.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
That game, for how I'm not gonna say bad. For how it looks.
Yeah.
The actual gameplay loop
It's really addicting. It's great.
Is impressive.
I know.
It's super impressive.
And you can like make a okay, I will say as someone who like does achievements, I was looking at them. There's one where you gotta make like $1 million.
Okay.
You'd be shocked at how difficult that will actually end up being.
Oh, really?
Because
I'm like in the first couple hours, I got like 10K.
The highest you can get a drug, yeah, 10K. The highest you can get a drug to cost, I think, is like $240 or something. You can't.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's the max out before people won't buy it. Which
okay,
yeah, so it becomes a grinding game.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of time.
Yeah, so you actually max out the game around, like you can max out everything around 20-ish hours.
Yeah, but just that last
But
achievement.
that last achievement will take another 20 hours.
Just get a bot to do it.
That's what a lot of people have done in like in the achievement community is they just automate the system and then they have like a storage unit for all the finished product and then they'll just log on every 20 minutes and go and deliver it because you can't have they don't have a person to sell for you.
Yeah.
You have to sell it yourself still.
Yeah, no, that's crazy, but I'm having a good time though.
It's great.
You know, I don't plan on 100%ing the achievements.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't probably 100% the achievements.
But I've been playing it with friends, right? Full party of 4, right? And so it seems like that is a way more streamlined thing versus the one player experience. Like the single player experience seems a lot more like it's a lot more grindy, you got a lot more stuff going on, that sort of deal. But multiplayer is like everyone had a role, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
So that was good. I was appreciating that.
I mean, I really like the game. I think I talked about it when when I was playing it too.
Yeah,
so.
It took me a second, but I got into it.
Yeah.
Where were we going? Where are we going with this? Drug dealer simulator?
Yeah,
copyright
the
law.
copyright. Yeah, they copyrighted them. Thankfully, Steam didn't uphold it. But
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
Even I remember the claim even made headlines because it's like, what are you talking about?
It's like, what are you doing?
You're
bro?
not even the first guy to sell drugs, let alone make a game about it.
I know, right?
So that's crazy. So it's the same thing with all these other cases. You know, even with where I think I fall on the copyright thing. I'm still going back and forth. It's a working opinion at the moment. I think that unfortunately, even if I don't like a lot of the decisions made, I do think it is important. And, as a Nintendo fan, no one is more frustrated with a lot of the decisions that they make as a business, like more than Nintendo fans. I'm an amiibo collector. These new amiibos are going to be $50. Can't buy that. A lot of their new games is going to be $70 when it's like a Yoshi game. Like I'd paid $50 maybe on an impulse buy. Can't do that. So I'm only going to buy the games I really want. The new Xbox, or not the new Xbox, the old Xbox.
The old Xbox.
The 6 years old Xbox.
Is freaking $800
$800. Who's going to buy that?
No one. They're going to buy a Switch 2 now.
And
like they're making it look affordable.
Yeah, and even if you were getting the even if you were getting this is another side tangent. But even if you were going to get the 2 terabyte Xbox Series S Galaxy Black Edition, right? You wouldn't get it now.
No.
You would get it when it come out.
Yeah, you're gonna wait for the next gen console, but I think they're bumping the price to make the next one look appealing.
Maybe.
But
I mean, the PlayStation 5 Pro is like a $750 console. Right?
Yeah.
Which is also insane. But to hit that 8 on a console is like, okay. Now you're making it so easy to save for a PC.
I know.
So easy.
Yeah, like at what point, right? $300 more than that gets you an okay PC.
If you wait for Black Friday, you can get something from Best Buy for $800. I'll play most of what you want.
That's true, yeah. Unless you're looking to run 4K Ultra on your brand new
Yeah.
games, which your console won't do anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm upset with the price increases from all the other stuff, but as well as Nintendo. I hate their business stuff. I hate what they do with Smash tournaments.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever said this before. I used to go to Smash tournaments for Ultimate mainly, but I've played Melee too. But so trust me, I am very upset with how Nintendo treats their IP. But I'm also a believer that we kind of need a lot of those laws. You know, I think what Nintendo does is they do a lot of stuff that won't actually uphold in court, but they just target people that don't have money so that can fight against it, or people that don't want to take a risk, or tournaments that don't want to take a risk on it, which why would they? You know, it's their tournaments, their baby, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Or fan games, you know, it's like, oh, I'm not getting sued over this Samus or this Metroid 2 remake I made.
Yeah.
You know, so as frustrating as it is to see those things, and I don't support it, like, I think I do support the legality behind it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we don't, because the alternative is if we don't have
I think the trouble is if you don't have protection, wealthy companies are going to win, right? But I think with the way the protection is set up currently, big wealthy companies are still abusing it.
Yeah.
So it needs to be set up where it's just fair across the board.
Yeah. Not fair to the highest bidder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's my take. Roblox, stinky game. Don't let your kids play it until they do something.
Yeah, I know I have friends that keep playing Roblox games, and they like playing Roblox. Or
Well,
I
I
mean, it's just stupid fun.
So, yeah, it's dumb fun, and that's great.
And I'm scared of ever touching Roblox because, as you know, I like games that feel like games.
Yeah,
you know, that's what I love. I love game like games.
Game like games,
and those run rampant. On Roblox.
I just don't want to support the company. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's. I will say money speaks.
I do appreciate Roblox in the sense that it has given many popular indie game developers their first experience into developing indie games. So I do appreciate that. But the amount of scammy systems with microtransactions, the amount of you know, hey, maybe you shouldn't ban your guy that's weeding out bad people in your community. Yeah. You know, it's a bad look.
It's a bad look.
And it doesn't
It's like we all knew you were abusing kids, but but you didn't have to go and say you were doing it.
Yeah, but now it's in writing.
So there's a tweet about it or a X.
Yeah. Well, what do you guys think about Roblox?
Yeah, tell us in the comments.
We're old people now. We don't know about what the kids are up to these days. But apparently Roblox is the bee's knees.
Yeah, they're getting picked up by old people on Roblox, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're swapping out from Farmville.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and everyone's going to be in this one pool, this one place. And then it's going to get so big that if anyone tries to protect people by doing something to it, it's going to be insane backlash.
I know.
If Roblox got taken down, which I wouldn't be upset.
At this point, no, I wouldn't.
And with the amount of infringement they're doing, I could even be convinced it's justified.
Yes.
But, you know, as soon as that happens, you know, all hell is going to break loose. The babysitter's gone. The kids are going to run out of the house. Freak out. All the other games are just going to have, you know, squeakers. Squeakers were like the thing in Call of Duty, Black Ops 1 and 2.
Where are all the squeakers at?
They're in Roblox, which is I don't miss them. I don't miss them, you know? But, you know, it's like they're all at Roblox.
Really, though. Why can't we go back to a time when the worst thing you had to worry about was some guy harassing your child for being really bad at COD.
Yeah.
And now we have to be worried about some person in a dress-up fashion game trying to get your child to come to the park with them. Like, what? When has society shifted?
How the time
what has happened?
The times have flown by.
Yeah. This stuff should be, you know, reserved for, like, back alley chat rooms, not for, like, Roblox,
the number one game,
like the number one
like
children's
Apple
game online,
so.
That's not where this should be happening.
Crazy.
We should be able to blame bad parents for this.
I feel like it wouldn't. So, you know, you can correct me if I'm wrong, and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Of course, I feel like they could moderate a lot more. I feel like it's possible for them to moderate things in a way.
Well, number one would be, oh, somebody reported this guy for being really sus. Well, let's actually take a look at what he said. You know, like, I am shocked. As many problems as I have with Riot as a League player, they actually monitor their chat pretty well.
Okay.
Like, you report someone who says something that's definitely not okay saying, and they get a temporary ban, and you get a little note that says, thank you for your report, right?
Yep.
You feel a little good about yourself. Like, you're keeping the community clean.
Yeah.
Right?
You're doing a citizen's arrest.
I'm doing a citizen's arrest, right? They tell you,
boom,
go kill yourself, right?
You will not,
it's like,
you will not sully this nation of gamers any longer.
Exactly. There's enough filth and toxicity here. Yours was just a step too far.
But Roblox, you don't get any of that.
Yeah, you don't get anything because they don't even read your report.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the chats that need to be reported the most.
I know, right?
Or looked at the most. It's to kids.
Exactly. Bro, bring me back to the get banned any percent speed run in Club Penguin. Yeah.
They could just copy the moderation, probably bar for bar from
Bar
Club
for
Penguin.
bar. It was so good, man.
Because they had to crack down. I remember there was a big old suit, or there was some sort of pressure, and they had to change it.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
back when, parents had a larger voice, and they were saying, hey,
But that was when the online space was younger, and they had less of an idea of what's going on.
Well, I know. They were just looking and being like, you can talk with strangers?
Yeah.
This is a problem.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe there's less stranger danger. Well, there is less stranger danger.
There is less stranger danger online, which I don't think is right.
It depends on the place.
People are just as gross online as in person, believe it or not. So if you wouldn't have your kid going to a park with a bunch of adults in real life, you probably shouldn't be letting them do it with people online.
I would say people are even worse online because they got the mask of
that was kind of the joke.
Oh, okay.
I
got it.
Yeah. You're like, no, actually, I think they are worse. That was the point. You got it.
I'm very fast today. Well, sweet. Well, that's negative stuff.
Yeah, we have something positive to say, right?
Yeah, positive. Oh, well, here, let me start with the pitch of the week.
Yeah, let's do this.
So, and this will kind of segue us into...
really need a theme song.
I mean, we got a jingle.
Did we?
I think we did a couple of episodes ago.
Play the jingle. And if there's nothing there, that'd be funny.
That would be funny. Yeah, I can edit music. Making music is pretty hard. Making a jingle is pretty hard, even with auto-tune.
It's true.
Maybe we'll put something there. Maybe. But pitch of the week.
Yeah.
You might have known the Silk song came out a couple weeks ago. Right. Yeah, exactly. And people were shook by Silk song.
I was shook.
Not just gamers, like, oh, it's coming out. It's real. But also the developers.
Yeah.
Especially of games that they had slated around that time, and they thought it was all good. And then a couple weeks before the game comes out, Silk Song's launching the same day. If you can imagine, if you're an indie developer who probably, most of their Steam wish list overlap is like 80 plus, probably, if I had to guess, you're going to move that game.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm kind of thankful they did because I stumbled across a game called Megabonk.
Okay.
Megabonk is a game.
I was going to say the name implies game.
So, have you heard of Vampire Survivors?
I have heard of
Have you played Vampire Survivors?
I have played Vampire Survivors.
So, imagine Vampire Survivors, which for people unaware, it's a game you start off slow, you kind of just auto shoot people, you get XP, and you get more weapons, and you get more, you upgrade stuff. And by the end, you got these crazy builds, right?
It's a progressive horde shooter.
Yeah. That's a great term for it.
Yeah.
So, imagine Vampire Survivors in 3D.
Okay.
And imagine Risk of Rain 2 aspects to it.
Okay.
And imagine one part of Vampire Survivors I didn't like is once you got to the end game, you were kind of done, right?
Yeah.
With this game, there are challenges, skins to unlock, worlds to beat, final bosses, stuff like that. So one of my main gripes with Vampire Survivors, a game I've put over 40 hours into, done with Megabonk.
Yeah.
I have been addicted. Absolutely addicted. The music slaps. The characters are fun.
Okay.
There's still a lot of challenges and unlocks I need to get, and it's just a blast. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, I have one of the builds I just started doing that I made it to the final boss for the first time. I did not win, but I was a skeleton on a skateboard whose whole gimmick is the faster he gets, the more damage he does, right? So I'm going through, I'm getting my random upgrades, and I go for movement speed all the time, and I'm whipping around the map. I'm getting all the chests and stuff, breaking jars, at ludicrous speeds.
Yeah.
And it's just so much fun. There's tech to it. If there's fall damage, but if you land on a ramp, you can slide, and I'll just cancel all your fall damage. Out of a slide, you can go into a bunny hop to keep your momentum. Stuff you can catch your fall on a wall. A lot of stuff like that. And it seems like I'll be playing it for a while.
Okay.
If I had to guess,
How much is it?
I bought it for around $10, probably a bit less.
Nice.
So,
what's the art style?
The art style, think of the pitch of the week last week is pretty similar. Which was it Metro Gravity?
Yeah, Metro Gravity.
It's kind of that low poly 3D style. Okay. So super fun though.
Awesome.
Super fun.
I might have to take a look.
It's really good. And it was going to release on September 4th. It got moved to 2 weeks later.
Nice.
And I'm so happy because I would have not have even thought about picking it up if it didn't get moved. But Megabonk isn't the only game that has been moved. When it was announced, there were eight major indie games, or not even just indie games. There are other games that moved because of Silk Song's release date, which, if you're a company, you can afford a couple weeks. That's a good move.
Yeah.
I would say. But I'm pretty pumped for a few of these, or some that even already come out, like Megabonk. There's a horror game called Eclipsium.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yep. So that one, if you liked mouthwashing, you're gonna like that game. It's more walking simulator, but heavy on the psychological horror, and it's got a cool art style.
Cool.
A game called Clover Pit. I want to make sure I'm saying that right. So imagine Balatro, but instead of poker being the main gameplay mechanic, it's slots.
Nice. So, I love this. We should really have a gambling game for every gamble game.
Yeah, there should be there should be a roguelike for every gambling game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we got poker, we got blackjack, we've got slots now. I want a roulette one. What we do? We got buckshot roulette.
Yeah, it is Clover Pit. It is called Clover Pit. Okay. So check that one out. That one's got a lot of these games are doing the almost Inscription looking type deal, not like necessarily lighting wise, but in terms of how the actual graphics look.
I like it.
Stuff like that. So that one looks like that as well. Another game coming out soon, which actually didn't get moved. It comes out in October, but it's from Devolver Digital. It's called Ball Pit. So it's another roguelike, but it's more pachinko, or how would you even say this? Like, you ever play Arkanoid? Ball at the bottom.
Oh,
and then it bops and hits the blocks.
Yeah.
So roguelike of that.
Oh, interesting.
There's a lot of rogues.
That is like a fun way to do it.
Yeah. No, it looks super fun. I got on my wish list. I'm interested. There's another game, another indie game that has come out, or is going to come out, which I didn't get moved by Silk Song again, but I wanted to bring it up. Called I want to make sure I say it right. Mino the Hollower, I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's the first, or I shouldn't say first. It's a game made by the Shovel Knight studio.
Oh,
and it's, I believe, their first new IP since Shovel Knight. They've made a lot of Shovel Knight games, and I'm ready for the next thing. And that seems like the next thing, which I'm really happy about. But this year has been raining indies.
I mean, I have a couple indies I'm looking forward to as well.
Drop them on me.
Yeah, I was going through my wish list, looking at a few things because you were. And there's a couple coming out this year that I'm super excited for. One it hasn't technically been announced yet, but the creator continues to say he's optimistic it'll be released this year still, is a game called PAX. It's Post-Apocalypse Courier Service.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So Death Stranding.
Well, have you played Mud Runners?
No, I haven't.
So it's a sort of like gritty, realistic, like transport game where you're going through the mud and stuff. This is going to be a tiny bit more arcadey, but similar vibe, where post-apocalypse, and your goal is to deliver material between settlements, right? And so you have to design and upgrade your truck and then go through an apocalyptic environment.
And you run over things?
I'm assuming so. So it's going to kind of be like a mix of like Mud Runners combined with like Stalker, because there's going to be anomalies and stuff. So super cool. Another one I'm really looking forward to is a game called Long Drive North. It's going to be a co-op RV simulator. So did you ever play what is it, Pacific Drive?
I know of the game and I saw gameplay for it.
Something similar, but it's
Okay.
co-op.
Okay.
And you're driving an RV.
Great. This sounds fun.
Yeah. I'm super looking forward to that too.
Even outside of the indie realm, even Sega is kind of going crazy. They did some older games, like they brought back Shinobi this year, last month, and that got really high reviews. And Sonic Racing Cross Worlds has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, which is crazy. The sad part is it won't knock into Mario Kart at all,
unfortunately.
But we'll have Minecraft Steve and Joker from Persona 5 and Hatsune Miku.
I just want to say, I did call it. I said this was going to be a great racing game.
Sure. And I said it wasn't going to beat Mario Kart.
Yeah, well, just you wait. It just takes someone out there to be like, Mario Kart isn't worth $80. And then
I feel like, there's been a lot of people. There's been a lot of people that have said that, though.
Yeah, well, then they should go play Sega Racing.
Yeah, for $10 less.
Boom. $70.
Even the weeb in me, is eating good with games that I haven't even gotten around to playing. The creators of Danganronpa, which I'm not going to say I'm a fan of the series, but I enjoyed my time with it.
Yeah.
First of all, they're re-releasing the second game, which is crazy because that's the only game they're re-releasing out of the three, which is
wild.
Nice. But they chose the right one. But they released a tactical sim game, which has a stupid name. Let me find it. The 100 Line Last Defense. That's not Last Defense Academy. But I've heard the writing's even more off the wall and stuff like that. So that's fun. And then also a very popular JRPG. I didn't even know this was coming out this year. It's called Trails in the Sky. It released on the PSP to start, but it has a huge legacy. If you heard of the Trails games, that's a series made by Basically, the games are Falcom Team OSTs with a game bundled into it. These are some of the best gaming OSTs of all time. And the game that really put them on the map, in my opinion, Trails of the Sky, they're splitting up into multiple games. So Trails of the Sky first chapter just released last week. And I want to play that a lot. It's an 80-hour game, so it's going to be tough to, get into that. But it's been a while since I played a JRPG. So I'm excited for that. Also, The Bazaar came out this year, which seems crazy. And Repo came out this year.
Yeah, Repo
which feels like a million years ago. So there's a lot of games.
It's
hard to play them all.
Yeah, and we had made a pledge that we were going to try and play all the Game of the Year contenders.
I know. But how do we decide what's going to be there anymore?
Well, okay. I mean, I will say we have played most of them.
Sure.
The only one that I think I'm missing is Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I won't be able to play. So that's on you.
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
And Death Stranding 2 now because it is.
I was telling you it's gonna be.
I was just thinking. I'm like, if it's anything like the first game, it's not gonna.
It got nominated.
Yeah, the first time. It's ain't gonna get nominated again.
Okay, but you always forget that Kojima and Keighley are just like buddies.
Yeah, but here's the deal, right? Not only are they buddies, but it is a critical success right now.
Yes. It's a Kojima game.
Yeah.
Kojima games, 80% of the time, released to massive worldwide acclaim. There's a reason why Kojima has enough clout to have his own game studio. It's 10 years old. It just became 10 years old. They're doing a live stream or whatever for their 10 years. They're making a game with Jordan Peele.
Yeah, I know.
Because Kojima just likes movies.
I know. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah. So it's he just does, and Kojima. I really didn't get the Kojima love until this past year. I played Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2.
The remake that just came out?
The remake was for 3,
which I haven't
even played. Yeah. But which also did numbers for Konami.
I know, I saw that.
Konami and Kojima did not leave on good terms, but they're banking off the IP.
I swear I have not seen public news on any Metal Gear Solid
because a game hadn't come out while you're paying attention to it.
That's fair. But everywhere from people I wouldn't expect to be playing a Metal Gear Solid game.
No, it's it's one of those series that it's a silent majority kind of game where it's it's been in the dark for a long time. Kojima left. Is it going to be the same? And Konami's like, well, we'll just make the third one again. And people are like, yeah.
I mean, it's a great game.
I mean, I need to play it now that I've played the first two. But
okay.
The way that people have said it way more eloquently than me, but there's nothing really like a Kojima game. From the outside, the performance can feel blocky. The writing can feel insane.
Yeah.
But they are some of the most special experiences you can have in gaming. Yeah. He made PT, which was a demo, and that was like lauded as one of the best horror games that never even got to come out.
I know. He's one of those writers where it's like, why is this ridiculous, and why does it make me want to cry?
Yeah. It's like, even when I played Death Stranding 1 for a couple hours, right? And it was, for people going in, and that was a lot of people's first Kojima game. Yeah. And maybe if you just watched one of the trailers, like, you get in, you're walking around, you got packs on, it's super realistic. Or even like the realism is there, but there's like ghosts, and you're like, all right, that's what I'm doing. And this guy comes in, he's got crazy guitar weapon technology and stuff like that, and you're like, what the heck's going on? So like, there's just stuff like that. Like Metal Gear Solid 2, there's a guy who's like known for like being the best bomb maker in the world. Like, you can't defuse his bombs, and he's like a big fat guy that has like very small legs and like roller skates, and so you fight him, and he's just on roller skates, being like, I'm gonna blow you up, and like that's his whole thing. So it's like, it's crazy, because before my perspective was, I don't get it. How can this like even make sense? And even after going through it, I don't think I can just be like, oh, you just gotta play it to understand.
Yeah, you just gotta feel it.
And Metal Gear Solid was probably the first like really good movie game. Yeah. So that's what I would say. And he was trying to do that back on the Sega CD with Snatcher. Yeah. And which is a whole other crazy topic. I went into a rabbit hole on it a while ago, but Snatcher was literally his idea of, I'm going to take a sci-fi dystopian movie and make it like, a point and click adventure sort of style game, or a movie game. You make decisions, you do all this, multiple endings, but it's like, it's long, it's super long, and it's voice acted on the Sega CD. And it was insane. It feels like an 80s movie, because he loves movies. He's a fan.
He's just game creator who loves movies. Yeah. I love Kojima. Not gonna lie.
That being said, I don't think Death Stranding 2 should win.
No, I definitely don't think it should win, but I do think it'll be nominated.
Yes.
With the critical success, everything else, there's no way it doesn't hit the stage. Yeah. Which, we'll see. And I need to play Split Fiction.
Yeah. That's the thing. Maybe we play it together.
Yeah, I feel like I should play it with my wife, but I mean, maybe we play it together.
Yeah, no, that one still has overwhelmingly positive reviews as well.
I know. So. People say it's better than It Takes Two.
Sure. I think, you can say that about the gameplay, but I think you're going to hook less people with how more...
it's less relatable.
I think the art style just jumps out more in It Takes Two. Or
it's
like
true.
You get the like... It Takes Two is like, oh, it's magic, and they're divorced, and then it's like, oh, the book of love, and then Split Fiction is like sci-fi, like, oh, we're digging into each other's brains. And fantasy, yeah. And so, but I think it's like you're these little doll people, and It Takes Two, and in
that's true.
In Split Fiction, you're like people. So I don't know. People get drawn to not weird stuff. People get drawn to stuff. Yeah. Like, and so different things will grab people's attentions. So, did we grab your attention over the length of this episode?
I don't even know how long this episode is.
Yeah, it's probably not super long.
Here, I'm going to guess right now, and it is 42 minutes.
Ooh, bit off, buddy.
Oh. We'll see when it's done, though. You're going to edit it, and it's going to be spot on.
You might be right. But that's going to wrap up for today's episode of BroadBoys. Please let us know what you think of Roblox. What you think? What's the next indie game you're excited for? Yeah, if you're playing indies at all. Yeah, there's a lot of other like AA, AAA games that have been coming out. It's been hard to play. Yeah, you got limited time.
Don't forget to like, favorite, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok.
You got it.
Spotify. I think that's all the platforms we're on.
Oh, for now.
And hit the bell so you get
Ooh.
all of our notifications instantly.
And there you go.
I have plenty of people who've told me that the bell is really useful as they celebrate whenever a new BroadBoys episode drops.
Mm-hmm. They do make cakes
They do.
for in the shape of our logo.
I know.
So that's pretty fun. All right, you guys have a great rest of your day. Catch you
Same.
on the next one.
Bye.